He called his black pregnant ex a whore in public, unaware she carried the Korean mafia boss's heir. 1:47 p.m., Scottsdale Fashion Square, luxury wing. I am sitting on the marble bench outside Gucci when Rhodes Reid walks past me with his new girlfriend. He stops. I feel my stomach tighten, not from the baby, from him. Amara. His voice is the same, smooth, entitled, like he still owns something. I don't look up. My hand moves to my belly. 7 months, round, obvious. Wow, he says. He laughs, short, sharp. You moved on fast. His girlfriend giggles. She's blonde, thin, everything I'm not right now. I still don't look at him. Who's the father? Rhodes asks, louder now. Or do you even know? My throat closes. People are slowing down. I can feel their eyes. Rhodes, please. Please what? He steps closer. I can smell his cologne. The same one he wore when he told me I wasn't marriage material. That was 4 months ago, right after he found out I was pregnant. He didn't ask if it was his. He just assumed it wasn't. He was right. But he doesn't know that. You show up here, pregnant, alone, looking like that. He gestures at me. My swollen ankles, my Target sundress. What do you expect people to think? I hear a phone click. Someone is recording. Rhodes, stop. Stop. He leans down. His face is close to mine. You're a whore, Amara. That's what you are, a fucking whore. The word hits me like a slap. The luxury wing goes quiet. Not silent, just softer. People pretend they're not listening, but they are. A woman near the Prada window has her phone angled toward us. A security guard shifts his weight but doesn't move. Rhodes straightens up. He smiles. He thinks he's won. His girlfriend tugs his arm. Babe, let's go. He doesn't move yet. He's enjoying this. I sit there, my hands on my belly, my face hot, my chest tight. And then I think about Seung-ho. About the way he touched my face 2 nights ago in his penthouse. About the way he said my name when I told him I was scared. About the small black box he keeps in his desk drawer that I'm not supposed to know about. About the men who call him sir and lower their eyes when he walks into a room. Rhodes has no idea. That's when I realized he didn't know who my child belonged to. If you're already hooked, do me a favor. Hit that like button, share this with someone who loves a good revenge story, and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Because trust me, Rhodes Reid is about to learn what real power looks like. Now let's continue. Rhodes is still standing over me. I try to stand. My legs feel heavy. Everything feels heavy. The baby shifts inside me and I wince. Don't get up on my account, Rhodes says. He's smiling. That same smile he used when he introduced me to his parents as a friend. That was 10 months ago, before I knew what I was to him. I steady myself on the bench. My purse slides off my lap. It hits the floor. Lipstick rolls out. My wallet. A receipt from the grocery store. His girlfriend, I don't know her name, laughs. It's soft. Like she's trying not to, but I hear it. Rhodes doesn't help me. He watches. I bend down, slowly. My belly makes it hard, my knees ache. I gather my things. My hands are shaking. Jesus, Amara. His voice is quieter now, almost kind. That's worse. You look pathetic. I don't answer. I focus on my wallet, on putting everything back in my purse, on breathing. I mean, seriously, he continues. What happened to you? You used to take care of yourself. I used to have time, I think. I used to have money. I used to have a boyfriend who didn't tell me I wasn't worth introducing to his colleagues. But I don't say that. Rhodes, let's just go. His girlfriend tugs his arm again. She sounds uncomfortable now. Good. 1 second, babe. He shakes her off gently. He crouches down. Now we're eye level. His knees don't crack. His body doesn't hurt. He's still the same. I'm the one who changed. I'm gonna ask you something, he says, and I want you to be honest. I look at him. His eyes are blue. I used to think they were kind. Is it mine? My stomach drops. No, I say. You sure? He tilts his head. Because the timeline's a little convenient, don't you think? It's not yours. Then whose is it? I don't answer. He laughs. You don't know, do you? I know. Then say it, say his name. I can't, not here, not like this. Seung-ho's name doesn't belong in Rhodes's mouth. It doesn't belong in this mall. It doesn't belong anywhere near this humiliation. That's what I thought. Rhodes stands. He looks down at me again. The power imbalance is back. Him standing, me sitting. Him dressed in a Brooks Brothers suit. Me in a dress I bought on clearance. You know what the sad part is, he says. I actually feel bad for you. I hate that. I hate his pity more than his insults. Rhodes. No, I mean it. Look at you. Pregnant, alone, no ring, no man stepping up. You're gonna raise that kid by yourself, aren't you? That's none of your business. You're right, it's not, he shrugs. But it's gonna be everyone else's business when they see you. Single black mom. Baby daddy nowhere in sight. You know what people are gonna think. I do know. I've always known. That's why I haven't told anyone except my sister. That's why I've been hiding in Seung-ho's penthouse for the last 3 months. That's why I came to the mall today, because I needed to feel normal. Because I needed to pretend I wasn't afraid. They're gonna think exactly what I thought, Rhodes says. That you're easy. That you got yourself knocked up trying to trap some guy. And when that didn't work, you moved on to the next one. My throat burns, my eyes burn. I will not cry, not here, not in front of him. That's not what happened. Isn't it? No. Then tell me what happened, Amara. Enlighten me. I can't, because the truth is worse than anything he's imagining. The truth is that I fell in love with a man who runs an empire built on fear. A man who has killed people. A man whose last name I didn't know until 2 weeks ago because he never told me. The truth is that I'm carrying the child of Seol Seung-ho. And if Rhodes knew that, he wouldn't be standing here mocking me. He'd be running. But I can't say that, so I say nothing. Rhodes shakes his head. You know what? Forget it. I don't even care anymore. He straightens his jacket. Come on, babe, let's go. His girlfriend follows him. She glances back at me once. I can't read her expression. Pity, curiosity, relief that she's not me. They walk away. The security guard finally moves. He approaches me slowly. He's young, maybe 22. He looks embarrassed. Ma'am, are you okay? I nod. I don't trust my voice. Do you need me to call someone? I shake my head. He hesitates, then he walks away. I sit there, on the marble bench, outside Gucci, in the luxury wing of Scottsdale Fashion Square, surrounded by people who saw everything, who recorded everything, who will post it online and share it and comment on it and forget about it by tomorrow. But I won't forget. Something inside me breaks, not loudly, not dramatically, just a quiet crack, like ice on a frozen lake, like the last thread holding something together finally giving out. I pull out my phone. My hands are still shaking. I open my messages. I find Seung-ho's name. I type, I need you. Then I delete it. Because needing him feels like weakness, and I've been weak enough for one day. If this moment made you feel something, anger, heartbreak, the need to see Rhodes get what's coming, hit that subscribe button. Because trust me, this is only the beginning. Justice is coming, but it's going to take time. I make it to the restroom on the second floor. It's the nice one. The one with the lounge area and the full-length mirrors, and the attendant who pretends not to notice when women cry. I push through the door. The attendant looks up. She's older, Latina. She sees my face and doesn't say anything. I go to the furthest stall. I lock the door. I sit on the closed toilet seat and I finally let myself breathe. My chest hurts. Not my heart, my actual chest. Like something is pressing down on my ribs. I lean forward. My elbows on my knees, my head in my hands. The baby kicks. Hard, right under my ribs, I wince. I know, I whisper. I know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know who I'm talking to. The baby. Myself. God, maybe. My phone buzzes. I pull it out. 3 texts from my sister, Nia. Where are you? Mom's asking about Sunday dinner. Are you bringing him? Him, she means Seung-ho. She's the only one who knows. I told her 6 weeks ago. She didn't believe me at first. Then she met him. Once. For 15 minutes. In the parking lot of a Starbucks because he wouldn't come inside. He shook her hand. He asked her how school was going. He paid for her tuition the next day. $23,000 without asking, without telling me first. That's when Nia stopped asking questions. I don't answer her texts. I open my camera roll instead. I scroll back, past ultrasound photos, past screenshots of baby furniture, past pictures of Seung-ho's penthouse that I took because I still can't believe I'm allowed to be there. I stop on a photo from 8 months ago. It's me and Rhodes. We're at his company's holiday party. I'm wearing a black dress he picked out. He has his arm around my waist. We're both smiling. I remember that night. I remember thinking I was happy. I remember going home alone because he said it would be weird if I stayed over on a work night. I delete the photo. Then I delete 10 more. I'm halfway through my camera roll when a cramp hits. Low, deep. It feels like someone is twisting something inside me. I freeze. The cramp passes, then it comes back, sharper this time. No, I say out loud. No, no, no. I stand up, too fast. My vision blurs. I steady myself against the stall door, another cramp. This one makes me gasp. I unlock the stall. I walk to the sink. The attendant stands up. Miss, are you? I'm fine, I say. My voice sounds far away. I run cold water. I splash it on my face, on my neck, on my wrists. The cramps ease, slowly. I look at myself in the mirror. My eyes are red. My mascara is smudged. My lipstick is gone. I look exactly how Rhodes said I looked. Pathetic. On the TV mounted in the corner of the lounge, a news anchor is speaking. The sound is muted. Closed captions run across the bottom. Something about traffic on the 101. Something about a water shortage. Something about a local businessman donating to a children's hospital. I'm not paying attention until I see the name. Seol Seung-ho. My breath catches. The screen shows a photo of him. It's professional, corporate. He's wearing a suit. His expression is neutral. He looks like a CEO, like someone who owns hotels and real estate and legitimate businesses. He doesn't look like the man who touched my face 2 nights ago and asked me if I was afraid of him. He doesn't look like the man I said yes to, even though I wasn't sure if I should be. The captions change. The news moves on, but I keep staring at the screen. Miss. The attendant is next to me. She's holding paper towels. Are you sure you're okay? I nod. I take the paper towels. I dry my face. I throw them away. I pull out my wallet and leave a $20 bill on the counter. Thank you, I say. She doesn't take the money. You should sit down for a minute. I'm fine. You don't look fine. I meet her eyes. She's not judging me. She's worried. That makes it worse. I just need to get to my car, I say. She nods slowly. Okay, be careful. I leave the restroom. I take the escalator down. I walk through the mall, past stores I used to browse, past restaurants I used to eat at with Rhodes, past people who don't look at me because I'm nobody to them. I make it to the parking structure. Level 3. Section B. My car is a 2015 Honda Civic. The paint is faded. The passenger side mirror is cracked. It's the same car I've had since college. Seung-ho offered to buy me a new one. I said no. He asked why. I didn't have a good answer, just that it felt wrong. Like I'd be selling something I couldn't get back. I unlock the door. I slide into the driver's seat. I close the door. I lock it. And then I cry. Not loud, not dramatic, just quiet, tired tears that I can't hold back anymore. My phone buzzes again. I ignore it. I lean my head against the steering wheel. The baby kicks again, softer this time. Like I found out last week, like she's reminding me she's there. I know, I whisper again. I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm apologizing for bringing her into this, for not being stronger, for loving a man I shouldn't love, for letting Rhodes humiliate me in public, for all of it. I sit there for 20 minutes, maybe longer. I lose track of time. When I finally start the car, my hands have stopped shaking. But something inside me hasn't settled. Something is still cracked, still breaking, still waiting for the rest of the ice to give way. 4:39 p.m. I'm driving north on Scottsdale Road when my phone rings. The caller ID says unknown. I almost don't answer, but something makes me pull over into a Walgreens parking lot. I answer. Where are you? Seung-ho's voice, calm, flat, like he's asking about the weather. I look around. I'm near Camelback and Scottsdale Road. Are you driving? I pulled over. Silence, not empty silence. The kind where someone is thinking, calculating. Are you hurt? He asks. No. Are you lying? I close my eyes. No. More silence. Stay there, he says. I'm sending someone. Seung-ho, I'm fine. I can drive home. You're not going home. What? You're coming here, to the office. I don't need to. Amara, my name in his mouth always sounds different, deliberate, like he's tasting each syllable. Stay where you are. He hangs up. I sit there, engine running, air conditioning on, my hands on the steering wheel. He knows. I don't know how, but he knows. 12 minutes later, a black Mercedes pulls into the parking lot. It's not Seung-ho's car. It's one of his, one of many. The driver gets out. He's Korean, 30s, suit, no tie. His name is Jun. I've met him twice. He doesn't smile. He never smiles. He walks to my window. I roll it down. Miss Sterling, he says. Mr. Seol asked me to drive you. I have my car. I'll have someone bring it later. Jun, I'm fine, I can. Miss Sterling, he says it the same way Seung-ho said my name. Firm, final, please. I look at him, at the way he stands, at the way his jacket fits, at the way his eyes scan the parking lot like he's expecting something. I unlock my door. He opens it for me. He helps me out, his hand on my elbow, steady, careful, like I'm fragile. I hate it. I let him. He walks me to the Mercedes. He opens the back door. I slide in. Leather seats, cold air, silence. Jun gets in the driver's seat. He doesn't ask if I'm comfortable. He doesn't make small talk. He just drives. We head east, toward Old Town Scottsdale, toward the building where Seung-ho's office is. It's a high-rise, glass and steel, 17 floors. His company owns the top 3. I've been there once, 2 months ago. He didn't want me to come. He said it wasn't safe. I asked what that meant. He didn't answer. I came anyway. I wanted to see where he worked, what he did, who he was when I wasn't there. I saw men in suits, women at desks, conference rooms with closed doors, nothing unusual, nothing illegal. But I felt it, the weight, the tension, the way people moved when Seung-ho walked past. Not fear exactly, something else. Respect, deference, the kind you don't earn with money alone. Jun pulls into the underground parking garage. He swipes a card. The gate opens. He drives down 2 levels. He parks in a spot marked reserved. He gets out. He opens my door. This way, Miss Sterling. We take a private elevator. No buttons inside, just a keypad. Jun enters a code. The elevator moves. It opens directly into Seung-ho's office. Not a hallway, not a lobby. His office. Floor-to-ceiling windows. Scottsdale skyline, desert beyond. The sun is lower now, golden light, long shadows. Seung-ho is standing by the window, his back to me. He's on the phone, speaking Korean. His voice is quiet, measured. He's not arguing, he's instructing. Jun gestures for me to sit. There's a leather couch against the wall. I sit. Jun leaves. The elevator closes behind him. Seung-ho finishes his call. He doesn't turn around immediately. He stands there, looking out at the city, at something I can't see. When he finally turns, his face is the same as always. Controlled, unreadable. He's wearing a black suit, white shirt. No tie, his hair is pushed back. There's a watch on his left wrist. Simple, expensive. He looks at me the way he always does, like he's reading something written in a language only he speaks. He walks toward me, not fast, not slow, just steady, purposeful. He stops in front of the couch. He crouches down, the same way Rhodes did, but everything about it is different. Rhodes crouched to make himself bigger, to invade, to take up space. Seung-ho crouches to make himself smaller, to meet me, to close the distance without forcing it. Tell me what happened, he says. His voice is quiet, almost soft, but there's something underneath it, something cold, something waiting. I don't know where to start. So I start with the truth. I saw Rhodes. Seung-ho doesn't react. His expression doesn't change, but something shifts in his eyes, in the way he's looking at me. Where? He asks. Fashion Square, the mall. Did he touch you? No. Did he threaten you? Not exactly. Amara, my name again. What did he do? I look down, at my hands, at my belly, at the baby who won't stop moving. He called me a whore, I say, in front of everyone. Silence. I look up. Seung-ho is still crouched in front of me, still looking at me. But something in his face has changed. Not his expression, something deeper, something I can't name. He reaches out slowly. He touches my face, his hand is warm, his thumb brushes my cheek. Did anyone record it? He asks. I nod. Good, he says. And that's when I realize he's not asking because he's worried. He's asking because he's planning. Seung-ho makes me eat. Not asks, makes. He orders food, Korean, from a restaurant I've never heard of. It arrives in 20 minutes. Someone brings it up, not Jun, someone else. A woman. She sets everything on the table in his office. She bows slightly to Seung-ho. She doesn't look at me. She leaves. Eat, Seung-ho says. I'm not hungry. You haven't eaten since breakfast. I don't ask how he knows that. He always knows. I eat slowly, soup, Rice, something with vegetables, it's good, I don't taste it. Seung-ho sits across from me. He doesn't eat. He watches. Not in a way that makes me uncomfortable, just present, aware. My phone buzzes. I ignore it. It buzzes again. And again. Seung-ho glances at it. Who is that? I don't know. Probably Nia. He doesn't say anything, but he's looking at my phone like it's something dangerous. I pick it up. 7 texts, not from Nia, from a number I don't recognize. I open them. The first one is a link. I click it. It's a TikTok video, posted 40 minutes ago. The caption says, Scottsdale drama, ex confronts baby mama at Fashion Square grimacing eyes. I watch it, even though I don't want to. The video is shaky, shot from maybe 20 feet away, but it's clear enough. Rhodes standing over me sitting on the bench, his girlfriend laughing, him saying something I can't hear, but I know what he said. The comments know too. Did he just call her a whore? This is messy. He's trash for that. She deserves better. Single moms stay losing. The video has 18,000 views. I scroll to the next text. You might want to check your email. Then, actually, don't bother. I'll send you the screenshot. An image loads. It's an email from Rhodes, sent to someone named Patricia Whitmore. The subject line says, Ray, Amara Sterling background inquiry. I feel cold. I read the email. Patricia, thank you for reaching out regarding Ms. Sterling's application. I'm happy to provide some context, as I knew her personally. During the time we were involved, I found Amara to be intelligent but unreliable. She has a tendency to misrepresent situations and relationships to benefit herself. I would be cautious about any claims she makes regarding her professional experience or personal stability. Additionally, I feel I should mention that she is currently pregnant and, to my knowledge, unmarried and without clear paternal support. While I don't wish to speak ill of anyone, I believe in transparency, especially in professional settings. If you need any further clarification, feel free to reach out. Best, Rhodes Reid Senior Analyst, Presidio Capital Management. I can't breathe. Patricia Whitmore, I know that name. She's the hearing manager at a boutique consulting firm in Phoenix. I interviewed there 2 weeks ago for a remote position, part-time, something I could do after the baby came. I haven't heard back yet. Now I know why. The next text says, You really thought you could just move on, that there wouldn't be consequences. Then, people talk, Amara. Scottsdale is smaller than you think. Then, you made me look like an asshole in front of my girlfriend. Now everyone thinks I'm the bad guy, so I'm just making sure people know the truth about you. I set my phone down. My hands are shaking again. Amara. Seung-ho's voice. I look up. He's not sitting anymore. He's standing. He's looking at my phone, at my face, at whatever expression I'm making. What is it? He asks. I slide the phone across the table. He picks it up, he reads. His face doesn't change, but his jaw tightens just slightly, just enough. He sets the phone down. He pulls out his own phone. He makes a call. I need a name, he says in English. Quiet, clipped. Rhodes Reid works at Presidio Capital, find out everything. Employment, financials, properties, relationships. I want it in 2 hours. He listens. No, not yet, just information. He hangs up. He looks at me. He sent that email 3 days ago, I say. My voice sounds hollow. I've been waiting to hear back from that job. I thought maybe they just went with someone else, but I stop. I can't finish. He sabotaged you, Seung-ho says. Yes. What else did he send? I don't know. That's all he showed me. He'll send more. It's not a question, it's a fact. He wants you to know he can hurt you. He wants you afraid. I look at Seung-ho, at the way he's standing, at the way his hands are loose at his sides, relaxed, but not really. What are you going to do? I ask. Nothing yet. Seung-ho. Not yet, Amara. He walks to the window. He looks out at the city, at the desert, at the fading light. He thinks he has power, let him think that. He's destroying my reputation. He's making sure I can't get work. He's making noise. Seung-ho turns, he looks at me. Noise is temporary, what I do is permanent. Something in his voice makes me stop, makes me remember who he is, what he is. How long? I ask. Until I know everything about him, until I know what matters to him, until I know exactly where to apply pressure. And then, he doesn't answer, he doesn't need to. My phone buzzes again. One more text from Rhodes. Sleep well, Amara. I stare at it, at the arrogance, at the certainty, at the way he thinks he's already won. Seung-ho walks to me. He takes my phone, he turns it off. He won't contact you again, he says. You don't know that. Yes, I do. And something about the way he says it makes me believe him. Rhodes just crossed a line he didn't even know existed. And if you think this ends with apologies and moved on lives, you don't know what's coming. Stay here, because what happens next doesn't happen fast, but when it does, it happens completely. Seung-ho doesn't take me home. He takes me to his penthouse in downtown Scottsdale, not the mall area, the quiet part, where the buildings are newer and the security gates actually work. We take his car this time. A black Audi, clean, quiet, he drives himself, no one else. He doesn't ask if I want to go home, he just drives. I don't argue. We pull into an underground garage. He uses a key card. The gate opens. He parks in a spot marked with his unit number. We take the elevator up, 18th floor. The doors open directly into his penthouse, not a hallway, just his space. I've been here before, but it still feels foreign. Too clean, too expensive, like I'm supposed to take my shoes off and not touch anything. Sit, Seung-ho says. I sit on the couch. Gray, leather, faces the floor-to-ceiling windows. The view is north, toward the McDowell Mountains. The city lights are starting to come on. Seung-ho walks to the kitchen. He comes back with water. He hands it to me. Drink. I drink. He sits in the chair across from me, not next to me. He never sits next to me on the couch. I used to think it was distance. Now I think it's control. He wants to see me, all of me. There's something I need to tell you, he says. My stomach tightens. Okay. Rhodes Reid works at Presidio Capital. I know. They manage assets for several clients in Scottsdale. High net worth, old money, new money, some of them clean, some of them not. I don't say anything. One of their clients is a group that operates out of Silverleaf, real estate development, private equity. They host events at DC Ranch, charity auctions at Barrett-Jackson. They look legitimate. Are they? No. Seung-ho leans forward, his elbows on his knees, his hands folded. He looks at me the way he looked at my phone earlier, like he's deciding something. They launder money, he says, through property sales, through art, through charity foundations. They've been doing it for 8 years. The FBI knows. They're building a case. It's slow. What does that have to do with Rhodes? He doesn't know. He's not high enough. He processes transactions. He files paperwork. He thinks he's legitimate. But he's not. No. I set the water down. Why are you telling me this? Because if I move against Rhodes, I move against his employer. And if I move against his employer, I expose them. And if I expose them, the FBI case collapses or accelerates. Either way, people disappear. Disappear. Yes. The word sits between us, heavy, final. So you're saying you can't do anything, I say. I'm saying I need to be careful. Careful, I laugh. It sounds bitter. He's destroying my life and you need to be careful. Amara. No, I stand up too fast. The baby shifts. I feel dizzy. I steady myself on the arm of the couch. He sent that email. He posted about me online. He's telling everyone in the city that I stop. I can't say it. Seung-ho stands. He doesn't move toward me. He just stands. I know, he says. Then do something. I am. When? When it's time. That's not an answer. It's the only answer I have. I look at him, at his face, at the way he's standing there, calm, controlled, like none of this touches him. This is your world, I say quietly, isn't it? He doesn't answer. You don't just run businesses, you don't just own properties, you're part of this. The same system, the same network. Yes. No denial, no excuse, just yes. And Rhodes doesn't know. He has no idea who I'm with, what you are. No, he doesn't. But you knew about him. You knew about Presidio. You knew before I even told you his name. Seung-ho is quiet for a moment. Then, I run a background check on everyone close to you. Everyone. Yes. My sister. Yes. My mother. Yes. I feel something shift inside me. Not anger, something colder. You've been watching me. I've been protecting you. Without asking. Yes. Why? He looks at me, really looks at me, and for the first time since I've known him, I see something crack in his expression. Not much, just a fracture, small, quick. Because you're mine, he says. The words land wrong, possessive, absolute. I'm not a thing you own, I say. I know. Then don't talk about me like I am. You're carrying my son. His voice is still calm, but there's an edge now, something sharp underneath. That makes you mine, whether you like it or not. I should be angry, I should walk out, but I can't, because part of me knows he's right, not about owning me, but about the responsibility, the weight. I chose this, I chose him, I chose to keep this baby, and now I'm tied to his world, to his methods, to whatever consequences come with loving a man like Seol Seung-ho. What happens now? I ask. Now you stay here. For how long? Until Rhodes stops. And if he doesn't? Seung-ho walks to the window. He looks out at the mountains, at the city, at something I can't see. He will, he says. How do you know? He doesn't answer, he just stands there, silent, watching, planning. And I realize this is what protection looks like in his world. Not comfort, not reassurance, just cold, methodical certainty. I sit back down on the couch. I put my hand on my belly. The baby kicks again. I close my eyes. I didn't ask for this, I say quietly. I know. I just wanted a normal life, a normal relationship, a normal pregnancy. I know. But that's not what this is it? No, Seung-ho says, it's not. And for the first time since I met him, I let myself feel the full weight of what that means. Let me tell you something about public humiliation. It doesn't end when the moment ends. That video of Rhodes calling me a whore, it's still circulating. Not just on TikTok, on Twitter, on Reddit. On Facebook groups for Scottsdale moms and Phoenix, gossip pages and relationship advice forums. 18,000 views became 40,000, then 70, then 120. Some people defend me, most don't. They don't know me. They don't need to. They just need a story, a narrative, something to consume while they're scrolling before bed. The comments section becomes a courtroom. Judge, jury, executioner. She probably cheated on him. Why is she even at the mall if she's that pregnant? I feel bad for the baby. She's obviously trying to trap someone. This is what happens when you don't have self-respect. They dissect my outfit, my posture, the expression on my face. They debate whether I deserved it, whether Rhodes was justified, whether I brought this on myself. No one asks why he thought it was okay to stand over a pregnant woman in public and call her names. No one asks why his girlfriend laughed. No one asks why the security guard waited so long to approach me. Because that's not how these stories work. The man is angry. The woman must have done something. That's the script. That's the pattern. Psychologists have a term for it, the fundamental attribution error. When something bad happens to someone else, we assume it's because of who they are, their character, their choices. But when something bad happens to us, we blame circumstances, context, bad luck. Rhodes humiliated me, so I must be the kind of person who deserves humiliation. That's the logic, that's the framework. And it's everywhere, in the media, in the way stories are framed. Woman caught in scandal. Baby mama drama. Ex confronts former lover. The language is never neutral. It's always coded, always gendered, always designed to shift blame downward. I see it every time I open my phone. Every time I check my email. Every time someone I barely know sends me a message asking if I'm okay, but really just wants details. The truth is, Rhodes didn't just humiliate me. He humiliated every woman who's ever been pregnant and alone in public. Every woman who's been called a name she didn't deserve. Every woman who's had a man use his voice, his size, his proximity to remind her that she's smaller, weaker, less. And the scariest part, he doesn't think he did anything wrong. That email he sent to Patricia Whitmore, he probably thought he was being helpful, transparent, professional. He probably felt good about it, like he was protecting someone from making a bad hire. That's what entitlement looks like. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't wear a sign. It just moves through the world assuming its perspective is objective. Its judgment is fair. Its actions are justified. Rhodes felt humiliated when I didn't chase him, when I didn't beg him to stay, when I moved on and built a life he wasn't part of. So he decided to humiliate me back, publicly, professionally, permanently. Because in his mind, I owed him something. Loyalty, shame, submission. And when I didn't give it, he took it. That's the pattern, that's the behavior. And it's not unique to him, it's systemic, cultural, taught. Men are taught that women who leave them are betrayals, that women who move on are threats, that women who thrive without them are insults. And when those men have power, social, financial, professional, they use it. Not always violently, not always illegally, but always decisively. They write emails, they make calls, they tell stories, they shape narratives. They leverage their networks and their reputations and their access to make sure the woman who rejected them pays for it. And most of the time, it works. Most of the time, the woman loses the job, loses the opportunity, loses the benefit of the doubt. Most of the time, no one stops them. But not this time. Because this time, I'm not alone. This time, the father of my child isn't absent. He's not indifferent. He's not powerless. He's Seol Seung-ho. And Rhodes Reid has no idea what that means. But he will. It takes 11 days. 11 days of silence from Rhodes. 11 days of me staying in Seung-ho's penthouse. 11 days of waiting. I don't see Seung-ho much during this time. He leaves early, comes back late, sometimes not at all. Jun brings me food, clothes, books I didn't ask for but read anyway. I'm not a prisoner, I could leave, but I don't, because I know what's happening outside these walls. The video is still circulating. The comments are still coming. My phone is still off. Seung-ho told me not to turn it on, so I don't. On the 11th day, Nia texts me from Seung-ho's phone. Are you alive? Yes. Are you okay? Yes. Is he taking care of you? Yes. Good, call me when you can. I don't call, not yet. That evening, Seung-ho comes home at 6:47 p.m., earlier than usual. He's carrying a folder. Thin, manila. He sets it on the table. It's done, he says. I look at the folder, then at him. What's done? Rhodes Reid no longer works at Presidio Capital. I sit up straighter. What happened? He was let go yesterday morning, effective immediately. Why? Seung-ho sits in the chair across from me. He doesn't open the folder. He just looks at me. Presidio received an anonymous tip 3 days ago about irregularities in client accounts Rhodes was managing. Nothing major, just small discrepancies. Transactions that didn't quite match the paperwork. Timing issues. Rounding errors. Was it real? Some of it. And the rest. Manufactured, carefully. My stomach tightens. You framed him. No, I created doubt. That's different. How is that different? Because Rhodes actually made mistakes. Small ones, sloppy ones. He's been cutting corners for months, getting lazy, overconfident. I just made sure someone noticed. I don't say anything. Presidio couldn't risk it, Seung-ho continues. Not with the clients they manage, not with the attention they've been avoiding, so they conducted an internal audit. Rhodes couldn't explain the discrepancies. He tried, but the numbers didn't lie. So they fired him. Yes. Just like that. Just like that. I look at the folder again. What's in there? His severance agreement, non-disclosure clause, non-compete. He signed it this morning. He doesn't get a reference. He doesn't get to work in finance in Arizona again, not at that level. And the email he sent to Patricia Whitmore. Seung-ho opens the folder. He pulls out a printed email. He hands it to me. It's from Patricia Whitmore, to Rhodes, dated 2 days ago. Mr. Reid, I'm writing to inform you that we've decided to move forward with Ms. Sterling for the consulting position. After further review, we found her qualifications to be exemplary. Additionally, I want to address your previous correspondence. While I appreciate your willingness to provide context, I must note that your email raised significant concerns about professional boundaries and personal bias. We do not make hearing decisions based on unverified personal opinions, particularly those that appear retaliatory in nature. Going forward, I would advise you to reconsider this approach, as it reflects poorly on your own judgment and professionalism. Best regards, Patricia Whitmore. I read it twice, then I look at Seung-ho. You got me the job. No, you got the job. I just made sure she reconsidered. How? I had someone call her. From a law firm, not threatening, just informational. They explained that defamatory references can lead to liability, that employers have been sued for less, that prudence is advisable. And she hired me. She reviewed your application again, without Rhodes's interference, and she made the right decision. I set the email down. My hands are shaking, not from fear, from something else. What about the video? I ask. Still online. I can't take it down, but I can make it irrelevant. How? By controlling the narrative. By the end of the week, there will be stories about Rhodes Reid, about his termination, about the circumstances, nothing illegal, nothing provable, just whispers, just doubt. And people will stop caring about me. Yes. I lean back on the couch. I put my hand on my belly. The baby is quiet right now. Sleeping, maybe. He didn't deserve to lose his job, I say quietly. Seung-ho looks at me. His expression doesn't change. Yes, he did. Not like this. Not for something he didn't really do. He sabotaged your career. He tried to ruin your reputation. He humiliated you in public. He made sure you would suffer, so now he suffers. That's not justice. That's revenge. It's both. I close my eyes. I want to feel guilty. I want to feel bad for Rhodes, but I don't. I feel relieved, and that scares me more than anything. What happens to him now? I ask. He'll find another job, eventually. Something smaller, something quieter. He'll rebuild, but he'll remember, and he won't come near you again. And if he does? Seung-ho stands. He walks to the window. He looks out at the city. He won't, he says. And I believe him. I leave the penthouse on the 13th day. Not because Seung-ho tells me to, not because I feel safe, but because I need to remember what it feels like to choose something for myself. I tell him at breakfast. He's drinking coffee. Black, no sugar, he's looking at his phone. He sets it down when I speak. I'm going home today. He doesn't react immediately. He just looks at me, reading, calculating. Why? He asks. Because I can't live here forever. You can. No, I can't. He's quiet for a moment. Then, are you afraid? Yes. Of Rhodes? No, I look at him. At the man who dismantled someone's career to protect me. At the man who runs background checks on my family without asking. At the man whose child I'm carrying. Of this. This. Use me, what we're becoming. Seung-ho sets his coffee down. He leans back in his chair. His expression is the same as always, controlled, unreadable. But there's something in his eyes, something I've seen before but never named. What are we becoming? He asks. I don't know, that's the problem. You're afraid I'll control you. Yes. I won't. You already do. You monitor my phone. You track who I talk to. You make decisions for me without asking. You decide when I'm safe, when I'm not, where I go, where I stay. I'm protecting you. I know, but protection and control look the same from the inside. He doesn't argue, he just sits there, listening. I need to know I can still choose, I say. I need to know I'm not just yours, that I'm still me. Seung-ho stands. He walks to the window. The same window he always stands at when he's thinking, when he's deciding something. You think I don't know that? He says quietly. I don't know what you know. He turns. He looks at me. I know you didn't choose this life. I know you didn't ask to be tied to someone like me. I know you're afraid of me, of what I do, of what I'm capable of. Then why are you doing this? Because you're carrying my son, and because he stops. For the first time since I've known him, he hesitates. Because I care about you more than I should. The words land softly, carefully, like he's testing their weight. More than you should, I repeat. Yes. What does that mean? It means I'm not supposed to. In my world, caring is a weakness. It's leverage. It's something people use against you. But I care anyway, and I can't make myself stop. I stand, slowly. My belly feels heavier today. The baby is awake, moving. I care about you too, I say, but I can't be with someone who thinks loving me means owning me. I don't think that. Then prove it. Let me leave. Let me go home. Let me make my own choices, even when you think they're wrong. Seung-ho is quiet for a long time. Too long. I start to think he won't agree, that he'll argue, that he'll convince me to stay. But then he nods. Okay. Okay. Yes. Just like that. No, not just like that. He walks toward me, slow, deliberate. He stops in front of me, close but not touching. I'll let you go, but I'm not leaving you unprotected. Jun will check on you. I'll make sure your building is secure, if Rhodes contacts you. He won't. If he does, you tell me immediately. Seung-ho. That's the condition, Amara. You want independence, I'll give it, but I won't risk your safety, or hers. He looks at my belly, at his son. That's not negotiable. I should argue, I should tell him that's still control, still ownership. But I don't, because he's right. Because I'm 7 months pregnant and Rhodes just lost everything because of me. Because independence doesn't mean recklessness. Okay, I say. Okay. He reaches out slowly. He touches my face, his hand is warm, his thumb brushes my cheek. I'm not good at this, he says. At what? At being what you need. You're better than you think. I'm not. You are, you just don't know how to trust it. He looks at me, really looks at me, and for a moment I see past the control, past the walls, past the careful restraint. I see someone who's afraid, who's trying, who's learning how to love someone without breaking them. I'll take you home, he says. I can drive. I know, but I want to. And this time, when he says it, it doesn't feel like control. It feels like care. So I let him. We pull up to my apartment building at 10:23 a.m. It's small, old, the paint is faded. The parking lot has cracks. It's not Seung-ho's world, it's mine. He parks. He turns off the engine. He doesn't move. I'll have someone bring your car by tonight, he says. Thank you. And Jun will come by tomorrow, just to check. Okay. He looks at the building, at the stairs I'll have to climb, at the world I'm choosing to return to. You don't have to do this, he says. Yes, I do. Why? Because if I can't choose to leave, then I can't choose to stay. And I need to know I'm staying because I want to, not because I'm afraid to go. He's quiet, then he nods. I understand. He gets out. He opens my door. He helps me out. He walks me to the stairs. Call me if you need anything, he says. I will. He doesn't leave immediately. He just stands there, watching, making sure I make it up the stairs safely. When I reach my door, I turn back. He's still there, still watching. I wave. He doesn't wave back, but he nods, once. Then he gets in his car, and he drives away. I unlock my door, I step inside. My apartment is exactly how I left it. Small, quiet, mine. I sit on my couch. I put my hand on my belly. The baby kicks. We're home, I whisper. And for the first time in 2 weeks, I feel like I can breathe. This isn't where the story ends. It's where the real choice begins. If you want to see what comes next, how Amara and Seung-ho navigate a world that doesn't forgive and a love that shouldn't work but does, hit that subscribe button. Because the ending matters, and it's worth staying for. 3 weeks later, I see Rhodes again. Not at the mall, not at a restaurant, at a coffee shop near Old Town, the small one on Marshall Way that I used to go to before everything happened. I'm ordering decaf when I see him in line behind me. He sees me too. For a second, neither of us moves. Then he steps out of line. He walks to a table in the corner. He sits down. He doesn't leave. He just sits there, waiting. I get my coffee. I could leave. I should leave, but I don't. I walk to his table. I stand there. He looks up. "Hi," he says. "Hi. Can you sit, or is that?" He gestures at my belly. I'm 8.5 months now. Sitting is complicated. I can sit. I sit, slowly. Carefully, he doesn't help, he just watches. "You look good," he says. I don't respond to that. "I heard you got the job at Whitmore and Associates." "I did." "That's good. Congratulations." "Thank you." Silence, uncomfortable, heavy. "I also heard what happened," I say, "at Presidio." His jaw tightens. "Yeah." "I'm sorry." He looks at me, surprised. "Are you?" "I'm sorry you lost your job. I'm not sorry you faced consequences." He nods slowly. "That's fair." More silence. "I shouldn't have sent that email," he says finally. "To Patricia, that was out of line." It was. I was angry. I felt like you just moved on and didn't care, like what we had didn't matter. It did matter, but it ended, and you didn't get to punish me for that. He looks down at his hands. "I know." "Do you? Because you didn't just try to hurt me. You tried to destroy me. You tried to make sure I couldn't support myself, or my son. And you did it because I rejected you." I didn't think of it like that. That's the problem. You didn't think. You just acted because you could, because you had the power to. Rhodes is quiet for a long time. Then, "You're right." I wasn't expecting that. "I had power," he continues. "Social power, professional power, and I used it to hurt you, because I felt powerless when you left, and I wanted you to feel what I felt. That's not how power is supposed to work. I know that now." I look at him, at the man who humiliated me in public, who tried to ruin my career, who called me a whore in front of strangers. He looks smaller now, tired, like something broke in him too. "Power isn't the problem," I say. "Cruelty is. You didn't have to be cruel, you chose to be." I did. And that choice had consequences. Yes. I take a sip of my coffee. It's too hot. I set it down. "I hope you learn from this," I say. "I hope you don't do this to someone else." "I won't." Good. I stand up, slowly. He doesn't help, he doesn't move. "Amara," he says. I look at him. "I really am sorry, for all of it." I nod. "I believe you." And I do, not because I forgive him, not because I think we'll ever be friends, but because I can see that he understands now, that he sees what he did, what he took, what he tried to destroy. "Take care of yourself, Rhodes," I say. "You too." I walk out of the coffee shop, into the sunlight, into the heat of late afternoon Scottsdale. John is parked across the street, waiting, like he always is. I get in the car. "Miss Sterling," he says, "are you all right?" "I'm fine." He drives. He doesn't ask questions. He doesn't need to. 20 minutes later, we pull up to Seung-ho's penthouse. I didn't ask to come here, but Jun brought me anyway, because this is where I've been spending most nights now, by choice. I take the elevator up. The doors open. Seung-ho is at the table, working, papers spread out, laptop open. He looks up when I enter. "You saw him," he says. Not a question, a statement. "How did you?" Jun told me. Of course he did. "Are you angry?" I ask. "No." "Did he threaten you?" "No," he apologized. Seung-ho sets his pen down. "Do you believe him?" "Yes." Do you forgive him? Not yet, maybe not ever, but I believe he's sorry. Seung-ho nods. He stands, he walks to me. He touches my face, the way he always does. You're stronger than you think, he says. So are you. I'm not strong, I'm careful. You're learning the difference between protection and control. That's strength. He looks at me, at my belly, at his son who will be here soon. I'm trying, he says. I know. And that's enough, for now. Because power without cruelty is possible. Protection without control is real. And love without ownership is the only kind worth having. I learned that, Rhodes learned that, and Seung-ho is learning it too. Not perfectly, not easily, but learning. And that's all any of us can do. Thank you for staying until the end. This story isn't about revenge. It's about accountability, dignity, and learning what it means to use power responsibly. If this resonated with you, if it made you think, share it. Subscribe. And remember, the way we treat people when we have power says more about us than anything else ever will.